Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be talking a little bit about Girl Meets World, in particular how it's been canceled by Disney Channel. Now this news has been blowing up social media. I mean on my Facebook, my Twitter, every single thing you can imagine. People are not happy that Disney canceled Girl Meets World. It's been trending and it's actually gotten a lot of heat because they've renewed other shows that are not even that good. I grew up when Disney had That's So Raven, Even Stevens, Elizabeth McGuire, like all these really, really good shows, and the Disney movies that actually had a purpose and theme and was actually kind of deep. And now Disney is completely different. You can't do anything meaningful on Disney Channel. I can't have any like real dark material. It just is there for the laughs and cheesy stuff. Like every Disney show is pretty much the same. But at least we thought Girl Meets World would be different. Why? Because it was a spin-off to Boy Meets World. Now, that's another show I grew up with. I'm sure some of you did too. And we had all our favorite characters, Sean, Corey, Topanga. The whole gang was there. And it was amazing. Why? Because you learned valuable lessons. The kids weren't perfect. You had different stories that they told. Especially Sean was like my favorite character, and there's many reasons why. So I thought that when Girl Meets World was announced that it'd be becoming a show, I was like, I had to at least see it. Maybe it won't be so bad. But then when I heard it was on Disney initially, I knew it was going to be nothing like Boy Meets World. They were not going to even touch the topics that Boy Meets World had talked about when I had watched it when I was little. And I was kind of really disappointed, but I decided to watch it. And for the most part, there's some things that I liked about it. My favorite character was Maya. And I really, really liked, from the majority of it, the whole cast. But there's moments where it's just cheesy and predictable, just like all of Disney's Channel. It's not shocking to me at all that it got canceled. It hasn't been doing so well. We're on season 3 and it's been horrible. Season 1 and especially season 2 was on point. The writers were striving for more serious storylines and were really giving all the characters great development. However, in season 3, it's like that all went through the door. Now, I'm not going to contribute this to why it got canceled, but I think it had a big part. A lot of the fandom from Girl Meets World are Maya fans, or as I should say, Lucaya fans. And a lot of times what happened is they stopped watching, especially in season 3, after they pretended like Maya no longer had feelings for Lucas. It was never real. It was just because she was trying to be a good friend to Riley, and Maya was trying to be Riley, and all this crazy like stupid crap, and that made me really mad. And I can't imagine how the fandom felt, because they were really mad too, and they didn't want to continue watching. And then a lot of times Disney wouldn't even release the episodes in order. So one day it's like they saw the triangle, the next day it's like Riley and Lucas are not even together, and then all the other episodes after that wouldn't even continue the storyline. So a lot of times we would be sitting there and saying, hey, what happened to this storyline? I want to know what's happening. And it's like, boop, never existed. Or there'd be one episode released and then you have to wait a whole 3 weeks to watch the next episode. So I think all of these things contributed to Girl Meets World being canceled. However, even though it was getting lower ratings, and Disney was, I felt like, is sabotaging this show, it's still either one of the highest or the highest Disney show that they have on their channel. So it doesn't make sense why they would actually cancel the show that has the most ratings and popularity and basically the best writing. So I'm just really confused. It's really not shocking because of how they treated the fandom, how they treated, well, the writers pretty much contributed to that, how they treated Lucaya, especially Maya, but also even Riley and Farkle. I mean, I ship Farkle and Riley together, and they had the most serious conversations than she's ever had with Lucas. So as a fan, I'm really sad that we're never going to see the development of Farkle and Riley and Maya and Lucas. And just to even see them grow up and who they become and what they do later on. I at least wanted them to try to finish high school on Disney Channel, or to maybe finish it how they wanted to and then say like maybe 5 years later and do a flash forward so that we would know that the characters were okay. now we have Netflix. Everyone is tweeting at them and calling them saying, you need to pick up Girl Meets World. Please, please, please. There's a huge fandom that still really, really wants it. And I would hope that Netflix hears these cries and actually maybe just renews it for one whole season. Let them complete their story, or maybe 2 seasons, or a Girl Meets World movie. I think that's really, really possible. I think Netflix is always making money, and they kind of really, really hear the fans when they want it. I know for a fact when my show, another show that I love, Longmire, was canceled, I and other fans had to keep petitioning to Netflix, please, please renew it, and they have. They renewed 3 seasons more. So it's not impossible for Girl Meets World to be renewed on Netflix. I say keep going if you really, really want it. I'm just incredibly disappointed that Disney decided not to renew it, but if Netflix did end up picking it up, you're going to get more dark storylines, or storylines that matter, that actually we go through as teenagers, as kids in high school with peer pressure and friends and everything that we have to deal with. So I'm really hoping that Netflix picks it up. I'm really, really hopeful for the fandom, for you all who actually just probably love it more than me. And I just know that I'm really disappointed in season 3. I mean, I don't even know where the writers went. And as a Lukaya shipper, as I said, it's just been so disappointing to see Maya's character totally just trashed on. Another thing I was really, really mad about, and I don't think the writers handled this well, and I'm really just kind of want to forget that Girl Meets World ever had the show, is that they didn't even have Sean and Angela together. Like, I ship them probably sometimes more than Cora and Topanga after a while. And then to have one episode when she's there, and then to be like, oh, she's with somebody and Sean doesn't care, and then Sean randomly likes Maya's mom and then marries her. I see writing like that, that's inconsistent and just a slap in the face of fans, is horrible. I mean, even that, they get married, we don't even see them together. So I really just don't get the point of Girl Meets World. I would only love it if they continued and they started to write Maya better. They started making Riley act more mature. They had more scenes with Farkle and Riley, Maya and Riley, Maya and Lucas, and actually really started like developing the characters instead of constantly just backtracking. So I'm really hopeful for Netflix. I think if anyone can shape up this fandom or this show, it's Netflix. Tell me your thoughts. Do you even want Girl Meets World to be renewed or not? And if it is renewed, what are some of the differences or changes that you would like to see in the new seasons if Netflix picks it up? So those are my thoughts on Girl Meets World being canceled, and if Netflix will pick it up. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and if you like this video, please subscribe.